So, Lakers decide if they're going to give Lonzo Ball a second look. Hey, what's up? First thing I like to say is thanks for hitting the link and watching this video. It took time and effort to make this. Really do appreciate that. Also, if you don't mind, can you hit that like and subscribe? Hitting the like don't hurt none. You can hit it right before you see the video. Don't worry, you will be satisfied. Also, we trying to get some new things going on in this channel, and to do that, I need new equipment. And to do that, it would really help if you could give some kind of donation. If you can't, it's cool. It is what it is. We still appreciate your presence here. If you can, that would be very nice, and link is in the description. Anyway, right now, let's get to our regularly scheduled program. Hey yo, I appreciate it if you could hit that like button right about now. What's up, BBN? Jack Frost speaking. Okay, so the Lakers have relented and decided to give Lonzo Ball a second workout. Um, this tells me two things. That one of the things it tells me is that I guess their deliberation of his skill set and talents were either inconclusive because they want to draft him, and there's a couple of people that don't want to draft him, and they're sticking to their guns, or it was inconclusive because the majority don't want to draft him, but they see something very, very special, and they want to make sure that they don't make a mistake. Okay, in this particular workout, LaVar Ball was invited. Go figure. Um, the problem that they had initially with him was his conditioning. Okay, I get it. A lot of people are gonna that don't know any better is gonna say that's not a big deal, but conditioning is a big deal, especially when you go from the collegiate level to the professional level. That could be the difference between an athlete making it and an athlete not making it. A good example is, and I'm not trying to say that this individual did not have conditioning, but a good example is Sebastian Telfair. When he jumped from high school straight to the pros, it was hard for him because he's a little guy. It wasn't like one of the bigs that go from high school to the pros and you have time to work on your conditioning, to work on your skills because of your size allows this. But Sebastian Telfair, what, 6 foot? So when he made the jump, he needed to be in top peak physical condition for his size and age, just in order to compete. Now, in his particular case, one and done would have really helped him, because I'm personally under the belief that if Sebastian Telfair would have went to college at least 1 year, that he would have had a much more successful college career. I mean, pardon me, obviously college career, but because he didn't have one, but he would have had a much more successful professional career. I think one of the things that hurt him is he did not go to college. I also think that hurt quite a few other players. That's why this one and done thing is actually a good idea, because there's a lot more players who was hurt from going straight from high school to college than help, or that it didn't hurt. So they're looking at him again. They're looking at him a second time, and that has to be a good look, because this kid, he's special. Me looking at him personally, I don't think he's going to be strong enough to compete at the professional level for a couple years. Just strength wise, he's not going to be strong enough. Okay. I tell stories all the time, so why don't I just give a little? There's a dude that used to play in Rucker. They used to call him, I believe they used to call him Sweetness. They used to call him Sweetness in Rucker. We called him, I don't want to say his real name, but he used to live in Concourse Village, and Concourse Village in the Bronx. They used to call him Sweetness in the Rucker. He was nice, dead nice. And I remember, I never really played with him much. I was young, but I remember the first time I saw him play after he came back from his first semester of college. And when I tell you that he played so physical, like it was leaps and bounds more physical than how people played in the park. That's why you could tell what parks have people in the neighborhood that play that went to college, because those parks don't get as many BS calls. If you go to a park and there's a lot of ticky tack BS bullshit calls being made, there's a good chance that they didn't have anybody that made it out. They didn't have anybody that went to college in that neighborhood and came back. They didn't have anybody that took it to that next level. Anyone. Because in your neighborhood, when you're a kid and you're growing up, you look up to the professionals and you look up to the collegiate players, but you also look up to that dude that lives right down the block from you that go to the park and he's killing niggas. You look up to that dude. So when you don't have any dudes like that in your neighborhood, any dudes that they go into the park and they murdering people, then you know, you're gonna you're always gonna have those guys. But if you don't have any of those guys that went to college and then came back and played in the neighborhood, you wouldn't know. They played so he came back, he played so physically. It was just he was just stronger. He was just deliberate. It wasn't even just strength. It was just how deliberate he was. That's why even today, when I go to the park and I play with dudes and they cry over ticky-tack fouls, it's not, I mean, I gotta play with somebody, but I just, I'll let them have the layup here, I'll let them have the layup there, because it's just not worth it, because I understand they haven't played with the level of competition that I've played against. So since they haven't played with the level of competition that I've played against, they just, there's not, they don't know no better. And it's always gonna, that's how you get a lot of arguments and fights at the park, because nobody don't want to back down. It's just a game, man. I don't got time for this. I got more important things to go do. I don't really need to play basketball. I'm not trying to go to the next level. But anyway, my point being is Lonzo Ball, he's just not physically able to play in the NBA right now, and I think the Lakers know that. People forget Kobe sat his first year. He came off the bench, pardon me. That's a better way to say it. Kobe came off the bench his first year. Why? Because he wasn't physically ready to they didn't want to get him hurt. I mean, they already had Eddie Jones in front of him, who was a really good player at that time. He was one of the best freaking two-way players in the game at that time. Eddie Jones was a freaking, his defense was crazy, and he can score buckets. Eddie Jones was nice. I used to like Eddie Jones. But also, Kobe was coming out of high school, and he just wasn't physically ready yet. He just wasn't physically ready for the grind of the 82-year season. It took Kobe a couple of years in order to hit his stride when he got stronger. Lonzo, I keep calling this guy LaVar. Lonzo Ball is just not strong enough right now. I think the Lakers know, but they wanted to see the workout that he does, because they had his father come in and they did some of the workouts that they do. So they wanted to see what kind of workouts his father is doing with them, so they could kind of gauge, you know what I'm saying, get an understanding, so they can understand him, because they do not want to pass up. He has great talent. They do not want to pass up on the talent, but I think they understand that his first year, I don't look for Lonzo I look for Lonzo to get killed his first year. I mean, he's gonna, sooner or later, just because he just looks like he's just so mentally strong, sooner or later he's gonna be one of the top players in the league. But barring injury. But his first year, I don't look for him to be so dominant. I just don't look for him to be dominant. I look for him to get abused. I look for him to just not be strong enough. I mean, when Steph Curry could possibly push you around, you gotta reevaluate your situation. And he's just not very strong, and it's obvious, and you can see it, and people ain't gonna go at him. They're just gonna go at him. But anyway, so he had the second workout, and I guess we're gonna find out how it works. But it does seem to me like the Lakers want to draft him, most likely. There's enough people on the Lakers that want to draft him that they gave him a second workout. They want to draft him, so he might be a Laker. Anyway, hey, you guys are the best. I definitely appreciate y'all. I love when y'all come in here, watch my videos, and leave comments. And the better the comments are, usually I have the subscriber interaction thing. I like doing those videos also. So leave some comments down below, and we see what goes on. All right. So like, comment, subscribe, share. That's all I got for you. And I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.